Hello, Rams fans and NFL fans from around the world. We had a good Monday night game. Welcome to LA Rams Daily News. The Rams beat Arizona in Monday Night Football, and it was fabulous. Everybody on the Rams had a good game. Let's jump into these notes. Matthew Stafford, accordingly, significantly outperformed Kyler Murray. On Monday night, Kyler Murray was spectacular, as always. In my opinion, that guy throws passes up in the air like a mile high. He's lucky he has good receivers. But anyways, because those receivers, they snag him out of the sky, amazing catches. In other words, if you had even an above average wide receiver, you wouldn't be making those completions. So, yeah, anyways, that's another argument. That's another video. Kyler Murray. But his Cardinals lost their grip on the NFC top spot in a rematch with the Rams. Yes, they did. Aaron Donald had 3 sacks and Matthew Stafford had 3 touchdowns, 2 assists. Sean McVay's team to a 30-23 win on Monday Night Football. That puts them back in the contention for the NFC West crown. I've been telling you guys, man, these guys, the Rams, they're a force. They're a force to reckon with. I can't, those 3 losses, that was just a building. That was a building process. That was a gelling process. That was a coming together process. And believe me, it's come together, as you've seen on Monday Night Football. And if you didn't, I'm sure you've watched the highlights by now. Arizona struggled to defend, allowing the Rams to have one of their most efficient game of the year. The greater problem might have been poor execution from one of the NFL's most gifted offensive lineups and staffs. Murray was unpredictable in the air, pushing passes on 2 terrible interceptions and taking 2 ill-advised sacks on the last 2 series. Oh, those last 2 series, man. Especially the last one of the game. Vaughn came around from one side. Murray was in a desperate situation. He had to get in the end zone or in field goal range, and then Von Murray boxes him in from one end and actually went for the sack, had him in his grasp. But then Murray's so short, he just ducked and squirmed out of there, turned around, and who's there? Aaron Donald coming 100 miles an hour at him. Wow, just sprinting right at him. About a good, it looked like 10-yard sprint out of nowhere. And you just see Aaron Donald from the bottom of the screen appear. And what does Kyler Murray do? He sits down. It was like a sit-down slide. It was great. Murray was unpredictable in the air, pushing passes on 2 terrible interceptions. And on the interception note, on Kyle Murray, he should have had way more interceptions. There should possibly 4, at least 4 interceptions, if not more. But we got 2, and that's good. That was good enough for the win. Terrible interceptions and taking 2 ill-advised sacks on the last 2 series. Cliff Kingsbury also failed to get Arizona up to speed late in the game. That's the coach, Kingsbury, Cliff Kingsbury. Wow, they put a lot of blame on him. Besides Murray, their running game was non-existent, and that's because of the Rams' powerful line. Hand out for Coach Morris, Raheem Morris. Good job, Morris. I never had doubt in you, Morris. I know you're a good defensive coach, and you proved it because you placed these guys, you called the right plays, you coached them the right way. You're their leader. When it comes down to it, a lot of responsibility falls back on the coaches. Raheem Morris, you proved you're a good defensive coach. Take us to the Super Bowl, baby. Let's go, Bubba. Hubba hubba. I've heard some commentators talk about Hopkins dropping the ball on 4th down, and that was significant reason why Arizona lost momentum and therefore lost the game. Man, that wasn't the reason why. But I think you would have dropped the ball too, because they lost the game because of the Rams' defense and the Rams offense. Both played top-notch football. There was five defenders around Hopkins on that ball that he dropped on 4th down. There was Ernest Jones, number 50, number 24, Taylor Rapp, number 22, David Long Jr., number 11, Darius Williams, and number 33, Nick Scott. They were surrounded. They were all around. They surrounded Hopkins. And Hopkins seeing all those white jerseys. You think he was thinking about getting hit or catching the ball? He lost his concentration and therefore dropped the ball. And when the ball popped out, their number 13 player was there, and he grabbed it. It looked like a possible, not a fumble, but like a deflected ball. So it looked like he caught it. And 2 of the defenders turned away from Hopkins and turned at number 13. And he just sat down because of the same reason. When you're getting ready to catch a ball, the wide receiver is most vulnerable when they're in the air or when they got their backs turned to defenders and trying to catch a ball, and they're not paying attention to the defenders. But when you see those defenders all around you and you know you're going to get hit, that causes a problem, as we've seen when Hopkins dropped the ball on 4th down. Good job, defense. One of the best plays of the game was on their long touchdown. Stafford threw a gorgeous rainbow bomb into the ready and moving arms of Van Jefferson, and it was a beauty. When it came to Murray, it is fun and exciting to watch Kyler Murray scramble from the awe-inspiring, powerful LA Rams defensive line and then throw a hell of a lucky completion, not once, but a few different times. But much props goes to Matthew Stafford for having a phenomenal game. Completion percentage is 76.7. Yards, 287. Touchdowns, 3. 0 interceptions. And a passer rating of 139.2. The Rams have reestablished themselves as contenders for the division championship and potentially the NFC's top seed. The Rams' 9-4 record will play their divisional foe Seahawks 5-8 record on Sunday. A week after Seattle thrashed the Texans, the Cardinals 10-3 will host the Lions 1-11-1, who lost to the Broncos in week 14. Have a nice day. Let's go, Rams.